I mean, the thing, obviously, with Jade coming...
Aggressively gets after this one in the on-deck circle. First of a pair of Americans. Katie Press in at 4. Batting 5 is Carissa McBurney. So excited to see them for the first time this season. Obviously, they've... Katie's played 3 games, Carissa just the 1, but not yet on the live stream. So we might even be able to say hello to their family. If you're watching and you want to comment on our live stream, leave us a message so we know where you're watching from. Great pitch from Bennett Dixon, gets the dangerous Shepherd on an outside edge. Brilliant pitching from the youngster.
Really good, really good. Absolutely.
Well, that's what you want to come back from after a single.
Well, I mean, you know, the opportunity was there. You've got 1 out, but you've got speedy runner at second. At first. I mean, the opportunity to maybe try and push something. The last thing you want to do is just sit there and watch. A bit like the World Series at the moment. The Phillies hit 5 home run yesterday, and then they get shut out today. No hitter.
Is that right? And it'll be playoffs. Is that right?
Yep, 2-2.
I'm looking down at the sheet. 2 extra base hits. Was one of them a home run? We're speaking of home runs just then for the Phillies. I know she started her Premier League season with a bang.
I think it was the Port game where she went 4 for and Katie went 3 for. They both went.
Courtney and Katie.
Yeah, they had 7 between them.
Hits between them. Anyway, Katie Press hitting 500 on the season. She extends a little early on it. We're not going to see another diving attempt there from Danny. She is very ginger.
Yes.
Yeah, she's holding her lower back as well. So, yeah, that's a concern for West Torrens. There's Steph Trzynski on the screen giving her some advice, no doubt. Keep it away from the hitting zone of this lady, I'm sure was the advice.
Yeah, she looks the part, doesn't she? She saw that pitch nice and early.
Smashes it to short.
Wow.
And Jordan Harris takes a great catch there. There's the reaction she had. It come hard at her. She had to react, and maybe she had half a second longer than she thought she did. Let's have a look at the C-Max replay now. This is in slow motion, and you'll see Harris read it off the bat.
She smashed
She smashed it. It was right off the middle. Harris takes the catch.
Well, you just kicked in her arms.
And that's the 3rd out. So a couple of great catches and an exceptional strikeout to start the inning defensively for West Torrens, and ends the early threat from Glenelg after Caitlin Carroll's single. Well, we can go around the diamond for the Glenelg Rebels. Pitching is Jade Peterson, catching Courtney Shepherd, Gemma Cochran at first, Sophie Kinnear at second, Katie Prest at third, Megan Wheatley at shortstop, and outfield left to right is Bree McGee, Caitlin Carroll, and Tate Nicholson. Carissa McBurney, who will lead off the second inning for Glenelg, is the DP. And also the umpires. Brett Tyler is plate umpire. At first base, Steve Wallace-Yarrow, and at third base is Pete Fairley. And Glenelg have got off to a reasonable start. They've got bat on ball a couple of times. It's taken 2 really good catches to deny 2 of their top 4 hitters. And now they find themselves in defense. So they'll be after a clean start, a clean inning to get things underway here in the first. And they'll want it to start from batter number 1 as well. Quick pitch, but Harris is right onto it. She rips it to deep left field. 1 bouncing into the fence, which means extra bases. She turns hard at 2, dives in head first for a triple. And West Torrens have their leader in scoring position.
That's unbelievable. That's awesome, disciplined batting. That's just, yeah, and not only that, matched by just base running. Like, as she turned and she was rounding second, the ball was still in possession there, but you just see her accelerate at this last little bit. There was no chance they were going to...
Here's Press. So she had a shot that come off like a lightning bolt, only to be denied by shortstop Harris.
And a deep foul ball too on the left side, so she looks the part. So Let's see what happens when we crank 20 up on the speed dial.
And the revolutions as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
What happened then?
I don't know.
I took mine off the plate.
I just thought it was going to be one of those, and it wasn't.
All right. It's a 2-0 count in favour of Katie Prest, American. Or she Australian now. She lives in Australia, so in Adelaide. Handy pickup for Glenelg to have an American come knocking on your door. Just
Absolutely.
moved to Adelaide.
Yeah, absolutely.
We say hi to her family watching back at home. She's up for the challenge as she fouls Trzynski off.
Well,
stays alive in the count.
I tell you, if Steph hasn't done any work in 6 months, and this is what she's doing early on, she looks $1 million out there right now. He's seeing break on the ball on the inside. So, game on here from the Eagles. So,
High for a ball, and Press doesn't want anything to do with that rise ball. Trzynski, she looks like she's up for a challenge as well here. So this battle, something to look out for the rest of the year. Press versus Trzynski as she fouls off another. We're not done yet.
as impressive as pitch that was, for Press to be able to get her hands to it and actually make something of it, that was equally impressive. That was a great pitch. So the one thing I'm noticing about Steph right here now is she's quick pitching. So traditionally she's casually out the back of the plate, taking her time, but she's actually in throwing the pitch, and she's ready to throw the next one pretty quickly. So
base on balls, runner aboard. Wheatley's been in the action. She makes a great play, double play attempt.
wow.
Glenelg Rebels right in the game here tonight. It's 1-1, and they've just pulled off a magnificent double play. C-Max replay will tell the story. It is a 6-3-5 double. Wheatley stays low again. Makes the great throw. Marchink took off. That was bang, bang play. Let's have a look at the throw from Cochrane. And the tag made, good play from Prest. And the punch out from Pete Fairley. .au, what a great play.
It's an amazing play. I don't know how many. I want to see this play here at first.
Let's have a look at the reverse angle. Great call there from Wallace Yarrow. And a great angle to see. Makes a good catch. It's been a terrific team performance from Glenelg. They're contributing all the way through their order as we have a look at the C-Max replay of this one. And now in defence, they are really stepping it up.
As I was just about to say before, the question mark that's always been in Glenelg's defence was that you knew that Peterson was going to challenge the hitters. Shepherd was going to call a smart game, so you were, half of your defensive battle was already done. Players come back from the States. These early rounds, they matter.
Allen goes opposite field, and good catch taken by Tate Nicholson out at right field for the third out. So a very quick inning for Glenelg. It's a 1-2-3.
And you can see one of the new players at Glenelg seems to be leading Katie Prest, leading an interesting way that they come off the field with her standing high fives as everybody comes in. She sort of, don't know if she's getting down to everybody's level, but
that's a good measure right there.
I was about to say she'd be knocking on Team of the Year status the way she's going. It's super impressive. Glenelg have not lost anything by gaining Caitlin Carroll as the speed-up runner at first. So they've got some genuine speed now as Prest, who's looked the part at the plate after that first amazing line drive shot to Jordan Harris at shortstop in her first at-bat. So it'll be interesting to see how the Americans deal with the change in pace going up. You would think that that would be more in their wheelhouse rather than having to wait for the ball to come to them. So these next two at-bats are going to be very interesting for the Rebels.
Ground ball to short. Tough bounce for Harris as she fires it across to Nucky, and she takes it for the third out. So after 7 consecutive strikeouts, the bats come out for Glenelg. A single to Shepherd and a hard shot to shortstop. Here's the C-Max replay. See that bounce? It sort of broke to the right.
Yep. And yeah, she was throwing the ball on the up there, but from what I've seen of Katie Press tonight, she very much looks like going to be an important part of this Glenelg lineup. She's again going to get better as she sees more of these pitches and gets more used to them.
All right, we're 70 minutes.
Yeah. Plus, it's going to give some intel to the next hitters to follow as well. So,
well, fouls this one off, so she
That's
stays aggressive.
it's okay.
Can't get it past Prest, although it was in foul territory. See next replay of a foul ball.
Yeah, you can see Nichols. She's 20 feet off already.